So here is again an example from Dell. So this is cash flow statement of Dell from 2008 to 2010, and all the items are shown as percentage of net revenues to do the common size analysis. You have to find out what are the primary sources of operating cash flow and are those primary sources sustainable or not. So looking into it, what are the primary sources of operating cash flow? So for example, if I look at 2010, total operating cash flow as percentage of sales is 7.38%. Net income is only 2.71% uh, uh, of net revenues. So that means net income is clearly not the primary driver in 2010. In 2010, cash flow from operations was very high, but you need to check whether this cash flow from operation is sustainable or not. In order for you to find out whether it is sustainable or not, you need to find out where is it actually coming from. So 8% तक रहेगा या नहीं रहेगा accounts payable. So a major difference is coming in accounts payable. A major difference is coming in from accounts payables, which was an outflow last year and an inflow this year. What else? Any other sources of cash flow? So again, what we did at the start, first thing to find out is that how much is income contributing to operating cash flow and how much is net income plus non-cash charges contributing to operating cash flow. If net income plus non-cash charges are contributing to the significant amount, that means it is sustainable. Otherwise, it is not sustainable, because it is then due to either one-time changes or working capital changes, that is account receivable, account payable, or whatever. So if I look into net income, it is clearly not the primary driver. Then if I add non-cash charges, that is 1.61 and 0.81. So it will be 2.71 plus 1.61 plus 0.81. What is the answer? $5.1. So again, 5.1 compared to 7.4 is only about, how much is it? It would be, I think, 70% or something. Sorry, 70%. So that means only 70% is coming in from net income plus non-cash charges. This looks sustainable. That is 5.1 out of 7.4 looks sustainable, but 7.4 does not look sustainable. So that means although operating cash flows have significantly increased in this year, but there is no guarantee that company will be able to sustain these cash flows going forward. There can be a decrease in operating cash flow to normal levels. So that this means 2010 level of operating cash flow is clearly not sustainable. A sustainable level would have been somewhere around 5. So now next is to find out the overall sustainable level, that whether is it a this year's phenomena or has the company been doing such things over the past 2-3 years. So if we look into past years, so this is for 2010, that is 70%, 5.1 upon 7.4. Then if I look into 2009, in 2009, 4.06 plus 1.26 plus 0.51 divided by 3.1. 5.8 divided by 3.1. So it will be more than 100%, about 120%, to 180 or 190% approximately. 190% approximately, 1.87. And if I look into 2010 would be 4.82 plus 0.99 plus 0.31. So if you add these three, what is the answer? 4.82 plus 0.99 plus 0.31 divided by 6.46. So it will again be 90. Sorry. So that means overall net income plus non-cash charges as percentage of operating cash flows has significantly changed over the past. and the key changing factor would be changes in working capital or one-time expenses. That means in 1 year company improves working capital, and then in next year company working capital gets deteriorated, and that leads to outflows. So overall, if I look into it, its income or its income plus non-cash charges have ranged in between 5.1 and 6.1. So 6.1, then 5.8, then 5.1. So it looks like that the sustainable level of cash flow from here onwards, operating cash flow from here onward, will be about 5.1 or 5.5, or maybe average of these three, but something around 5 or 5.5, not 7.4. So there is a risk that in future operating cash flow can significantly decline, or this at least is not sustainable. So overall, if I look into it on a historic basis, 2008 to 2010, overall historically it can be sustainable. That is, in 1 year it declines, and then other year it increases. So in 1 year it increases, then it declines, then it again increases, and then it may decline. So on average, we can find an average of 5.5 or something like that. So on average it looks sustainable, but on yearly basis, this number is clearly not sustainable. If I take the average, that can be found as the median or sustainable cash flow. Average of these three can be found as a sustainable level. So 2010's operating cash flows are not sustainable as they resulted from significant change in accounts payable. However, net income plus non-cash expenses as percentage of revenue is broadly consistent with OCF as percentage of revenue. This is for average of 3 years. Although they do not exactly match due to changes in working capital, their 3-year averages are broadly consistent. This reflects that on average, OCF are being generated from sustainable sources and not one-time capital changes. Here we are talking about average. That is, on average, they are coming in from income and other charges. Why? Because in this year, your income was higher, but your cash flow was lower. So on average, they are coming in from right source, but on yearly basis, sources may differ. Like in 2010, the major source was accounts payables and not the net income. So on average, company has been able to convert net income into cash, but this level is not sustainable. Sustainable level would be the average of these three. Any problem, anyone so far? So moving on to next part, that is cash flow from investment activities. So next question to answer is that, is company making capex, and if it is making capex, then does it have sufficient sources to make capex or not? So if we look into it, company made significant capex in acquisitions and also in investments. So there is a significant capex in 2010. Now next question to answer is that, how does it fund this capex? Does it have sufficient operating cash flow to fund it, or does it need borrowing for this investment? So if we look into it, cash flow from operations was sufficient to meet these investment needs. But then again, this cash flow from operation was artificial. That is, in 2010, it was just a one-time increase. That means in future, cash flow from operations will again decrease, and so that means company will need to borrow some money to fund its investments. So that means OCF are sufficient here, but then again there might be some borrowing as well in order to meet the needs of future, because this is probably coming in from unsustainable source. So OCF are sufficient, but there is some need for borrowing as well. Secondly, second question to answer is whether this capex is recurring capex or one-time capex. So if it is recurring capex should be funded through OCF. If recurring capex is being funded through borrowing, and if recurring capex is not being funded through OCF, or if OCF is not sufficient to fund the recurring capex, then there is a problem with the company. But if it is one-time capex for expansion, for that expansion company can go for borrowing, because one time capex is a large capex or expansion capex is a large capex, and company may not have sufficient operating cash flow to fund that investment. So if we look into it, this 2.61 looks like recurring because this has been consistent over the past. So recurring capex is only 2.61 and company's net income was enough to fund that recurring capex. That means whatever it is earning, it is placing into investments. So this is fine. Second is expansion 6.83. So 6.83 was funded through operating cash flow, but then again this is unsustainable. Why? Because net income was very low. So that means some borrowing will also be required. So in order to fund this acquisition, company would be doing some borrowing, but then again that is also not a sign of problem. That is fine. Why? Because this is for acquisition of business, and generally no company have sufficient operating cash flow to fund acquisition of a large business. It generally have to borrow some money. So overall it looks fine and overall cash flow looks strong. That is, there is no significant problem. Operating cash flows are strong enough to fund this capex requirements without need for raising debt. So here this is talking about recurring capex. OCFs are even sufficient to fund business acquisitions in 2007. In 2010, this is wrong. Borrow additional debt for business expansion purposes. There is clearly a need for borrowing additional debt. So in 2010, OCF was sufficient, but overall OCF will not be sufficient enough. So now if we go on to financing activities, we will find out that in financing activities, company borrowed some loan of 3.9. And why did it borrow loan? It does not need to borrow loan. It borrowed loans to probably fund the acquisitions. Why? Because for acquisitions, it had enough cash flows from operations, but then those cash flows were not sustainable. So there was a need for borrowing money. So company went on borrowing some additional money, and this 3.89 was borrowed probably to fund the acquisition. So that means overall company's cash flow seems strong. Although debt has increased, cash and there have been inflows from financing, but then again that is not a problem. Why? Because that has been used in investment activity. So from 6.83 of acquisition, 3.9 has been funded by borrowing and rest is being funded by OCF. So that means overall OCFs are strong, investment activities are on right track and will support future growth. And financing, there is a problem that there is an increase in debt, but that is again not a problem. Why? Because that debt is being used into future growth or future expansion. So overall, if I look in change in cash and cash equivalent, it has increased from minus 291 to 4.32, which is a significant increase. But then again, this is not sustainable. Why? Because 3.89 from this 4.32 came from borrowing. This will not come in again next year. This is unsustainable. And also there was an outflow that will not happen again next year. That is related to acquisition. So overall company will again fall to a net cash flow level of maybe 1% or 2%. Sorry? Is negative net cash flow in 2008 a problem? So if we look into 2008, negative cash flow was a result of primarily change in financing activities, and within financing activities it was due to repurchase of common stock, and repurchase of common stock is returning cash to shareholders. So either you paid them dividends or you return cash to them. So this negative cash flow is clearly not a problem. Why? Because this is due to returning cash to shareholder. You made strong cash, or you made enough or sufficient cash to support your operations, and still after meeting your investing activities you still had some cash left and you did not have any acquisition opportunities at that point of time, so you returned it to shareholders. So although cash flow is negative here, but it is not a problem. It is again showing a strength. So returning cash to common shareholders is again a sign of strength because you are giving money to the shareholders. So instead of being a problem, it is actually a positive sign or a sign of strength in the company. Here company generated operating cash flow, strong cash flows. It did not have any acquisition opportunities, so it returned cash. Here it generated strong operating cash flows. It had some opportunities for investment, so it made some acquisition. So major portion of cash was used in acquisitions in 2010 and in financing activities in 2008. Within financing activities, most of the cash was used to repurchase common stock. Repurchase of common stock is like returning cash to shareholders. This is not a sign of problem, as it reflects the fact that company was generating more cash flows than required, and so it returned some cash to the shareholders. The company then found opportunities of business expansion through acquisitions and started using cash into those acquisitions, which can potentially drive further growth in future. So this is how you will analyze your cash flow statement, that is finding out sources of cash flow, finding out uses of cash flow, and then finding out whether those source or uses are sustainable or not, and then finding out what will be the impact on future. Will it be a growth, will it be a decrease in cash flow, or will it be a payment of dividend, or will it or what will it be? Yes, will it be a payment of loan or will it be a borrowing of loan?